Westbrook with the Coalition for Life in St. Louis, and I am so blessed to be here on our journey of the 12 days of Coalition Christmas. I am here today with my very good friend, Mr. Brad Baumgarten, and we are here at the Kendrick Glennon Seminary. If you could say that 5 times, right?
Yeah, Kendrick Glennon Seminary.
And we've got the beautiful fire behind us, and we are just so blessed to be here with you all today. And thank you for joining us live on YouTube, and also when we replay on Facebook. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel and like us on Facebook. We really, really love for you to do that so you can follow us through the rest of the 12 days of Coalition Christmas. So, Brad, why are we here? Why did we choose this location?
Well, we chose this location, one, because I am here. I am a seminarian here at Kendrick Glennon Seminary, studying for the Diocese of St. Louis. And I was also a former employee there at Coalition for Life. And honestly, I'd say that being at Coalition for Life is a big reason why I'm here today.
So we were kind of joking around earlier that every employee through the Coalition for Life has an employee number, and you were number...
Yeah, I was number 9, believe it or not. Number 9.
So number 9, for whatever reason, they gave me number 1 employee. I don't know why. But I think we're over now 100 people who have come through the program, the Life Choice Intern program. That's specifically what we want to talk with you today about. So you were at Lindenwood University, and you decided to join the Life Choice Intern program, right?
Yeah, that's exactly it. I was invited to go out for 40 Days for Life in front of the abortion clinic, and being there is an incredible experience. But once I was there seeing what was happening and what was going on, it was just really changed my life to the point where I need to get more involved with the pro-life movement. I need to get more involved with being out there, being a witness out there, praying out in front of the sidewalk. It's a big adventure being there for sure. So as college started rolling, I started to have this stirring in my heart to do something more, to actually make something more of myself, and not just to live for myself, but to live for others and be out there for others. So as I was in college, I started to get more into my faith, and being a part of the pro-life movement was a big, big opportunity for me to really dig deeper into my faith.
So I think now we have, I was really sad to see you go, Brad, out of the Coalition for Life. But now that you're here at the seminary, in fact, I think we have 5 people, 4 men discerning the priesthood, but then also 1 gal, we talked with Mary earlier, who's here as well. So we're just so blessed to have so many people coming out of the Coalition for Life and going into the seminary and pursuing religious life. So one of the things that we were looking back at some of the things that you did through the Coalition for Life. How many years were you there? Do you remember?
I believe I was there for about 5. I think I was there for about 5 years.
5 years, and Brad's pretty humble about this, but Brad really had helped to shape what the Coalition for Life is today. And I think Brad still holds the record for the most amount of turnarounds out there. Do you happen to know what that number was, you recall?
I mean, when I was first out there, I remember within a year, and then again, it was like when we were just starting out, I remember getting 100 turnarounds the first year I was out there. And it was just an incredible experience because just being able to count those up and up. So yeah, then after that, a lot of things started moving and shaking. But it was quite a great experience being out there to get that many turnarounds.
And I think you had a party. You had like a diaper drive party, if you recall.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so I was very excited about those 100 turnarounds. So I decided to throw a party. And when people would come, they would bring different donations and such to the Pregnancy Resource Center. And so we had a full just couch load full of just baby diapers and bottles and all sorts of stuff. And it was just a huge celebration of life that by the Holy Spirit working through us at Coalition and through me at Coalition, there was 100 turnarounds. So, I mean, we have to celebrate life. I think it's very important to celebrate life, to know the gravity of the situation there in front of Planned Parenthood. So it's basically just a huge celebration of life and everything that we've been doing.
So tell me, so you were with us roughly 5 years, and tell me about that experience, and maybe some of the volunteers you met, the donors you met. How did those people impact your life?
Yeah, definitely. I will say this, and I truly mean it, that there are some of the best human beings on this planet that go out to pray in front of Planned Parenthood, and the donors and people just being so very generous. I know that every time I would have an encounter with somebody out there, and just being able to explain why I'm there and why I love doing what I'm doing, they would always say to me, you know what, you would make a great priest someday. You would make a great seminarian someday. And I kind of pushed that aside, but through those interactions with those people, really started to make me think and pray about that. Along with some of the strongest people in their faith that come out there, and just being able to be around them and being able to pray with them has really helped myself out. And just the confidence to go out in front of the sidewalk and to talk to women who are thinking about abortion really made a huge difference. So I can honestly say that the people that I've encountered in front of Planned Parenthood, praying on the sidewalk, part of 40 Days for Life, is a big reason why I'm in this vocation right now and studying for the priesthood.
Well, that's fantastic, and we're glad you're pursuing that. And we need some good men and women. Well, maybe not women priests. We might get in some trouble for that one, but yeah. But we need some good men, and I think we need some very good men to stand up for their faith, and specifically the priesthood, or for those who aren't Catholic, to be good men who are pursuing the pastor, to be teaching their church to be pro-life, right? Yeah. So tell me about your coworkers. So you were there for 5 years, and you saw a lot of people coming into the intern program, and then also leaving the intern program. So tell me about your experience with some of those coworkers.
Yeah. So I will tell you that because we've spent so much time on the sidewalk together and so much time fighting for a common cause, that a lot of my coworkers have become some of my best friends. We still hang out today. We still enjoy each other's company, and we still have this strong friend unit that we have. But it's really surprising too how something like the pro-life movement can really unite people and really have that impact on your life. I know that, in fact, some of my friends that I've met through Coalition for Life and just being around here in St. Louis have become truly a part of my family as well. But that's the really unique thing about the internship, is that you get an opportunity to get to know people, and then we build these bonds with each other. So I know that even though I left and I'm pursuing the seminary, but now there's a new generation of interns that are building that friend unit. And I know because of the atmosphere there and for them fighting for a cause, they continue to build those friend units. And a lot of them, and I know, still hang out today. So in a way, I know you said there's been about 100 people or so, and I still keep in contact with a lot of those people. So it's really truly a family that we built.
Yeah, no, I agree. And when we hire a brand new Life Choice intern, we start from the very bottom every single time. Yeah. We get them. How do you answer the phone? How do you start your sidewalk counseling shift? How do you get out there? How do you dress for the sidewalk? So we start from the training from the bottom up. And I know, Brad, I think you trained quite a few people out there on the sidewalk doing sidewalk counseling. And is there anything that you'd like to tell our donors, our supporters today?
Yeah, I would definitely like to say, as quote John Paul II, that's St. John Paul II is going, be afraid. That there's a lot of people out there who are afraid to jump into something, afraid to make a stand for something, afraid to let go of themselves and trust in something that's greater than themselves. And I think that's very important, because once you start to make it your own issue, you start to make it something to yourself versus let else do it, then the victories become much sweeter. And you can say that I was a part of that. I was a part of living that person's life. I seen that bill get changed that bill come into law. Once you start to see that, a sense of understanding, a sense of faith, to know that that was something that God has put into my life. So yes, please get involved and just see how the Lord will change everything that you have in your perspective about things. So that's what I would definitely say. Be not afraid. Go out there and do something.
Thank you, by the way, Brad. You're amazing. One of my very good friends, and he's going to hang out a little bit more often here. But so one of the things, kind of joking earlier, in that we just hired, I believe it was 5 new Life Choice interns just in the last month. And these were Life Choice interns who are going to go to Illinois and do sidewalk counseling over there, and Illinois base over on the other side. And we kind of joked about, when I was hiring Brad some 5-6 years ago, that was really nervous about actually putting payroll and how are we going to teach this guy how to do sidewalk counseling? I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But so we're here today. For Life in 2000. So it's been over 11 years that we've been 40 Days for Life campaigns. We've grown the ministry. Our team is saving lives. Now over 2,009 turnarounds outside in St. Louis, and now over in darn blessed. The people watching today, our donors, volunteers, make this possible, right? And so we just want to ask you, join Coalition Christmas, join us as part of the Christmas Appeal. We have a budget gap of $150, and we just want to thank along with us. We have raised $7,000, but we do have a long way to go, and we ask you to join us. Join us here at the very end of the year when will push us over the edge. $158,000 will help us end 2019 really strong, and then run into 2020, hitting the ground running with new programs, being able to train even more Life Choice interns like Brad. Who knew, right?
Who knew?
And so train Life Choice interns through that intern program, and we've been really, really blessed for that. Brad, anything last you want to wrap this up?
Yeah, I have a shout out, I guess, to all of the Life Choice interns in the past, and just another message to all the men. I know the pro-life movement needs a lot of I would just challenge you guys to get involved. I feel very strongly that every needs an adventure to live, a beauty and even a battle to. And being out there on the side to the pro-life movement, you can have all three of those things and to really be fulfilled. And then also, when you're out there on the sidewalk, just be able to take everything in, just to trust in the Lord, the Holy Spirit, just out there. God is working out there on the. So yes, there, help us out, and continue to trust that this is all.
Well, again, thank you, Brad, for being my guest today. Thank you for everyone who listened to and watched on YouTube. Again, remember to subscribe, remember to like us, and also remember to share. And then finally, click that button below or click that link, donate today. We can really, really use your help. No matter the level of giving, we can really use your help to be able to push us over the edge and help us to finish 2019 strong, so we can save even. We see an end to abortion in the St. Louis region and across our great nation. God bless you guys.